So you know already calculate the ratios and all those things in the first semester. So ratios is one thing. The image, so we can diagnose everything. How we have health, how our health we have diagnose, no? So by simply by seeing your body, nobody can scan it. Okay. So what we should do? We should diagnose, we test so many things, and then only we can able to say in the same way. So with the finance statement, we have to do a lot of research on that, and then only we come to know how the credit information of an individual. Okay. Then bank reference. So bank. So we, as we are a customer of a particular bank, we take a reference to bank. So though it's a confidential kind of thing that so bank are not supposed to disclose the banker. We have something called banker customer relationship. Okay, in that we just very clearly mentioned that banker should not disclose the customer history. But in spite of all those things, so even though this person was a customer of the bank, they have taken reference. How exactly whether he has taken loan from the bank, if he has taken, has he paid the amount on time, or how many times has become a defaulter, how many times has paid interest on late, all this is about us. Okay, this is bank reference. Then trade reference is basically the third party reference here. What I do, he might have taken the goods and trade from different other vendors. Okay, so we talk to those vendors. How about this guy? How he is doing? Whether he is financially viable to be the credit to him, or so has he paying the amount on time or in time? Has he become in defaulter? All these things, what we do, we will collect the information from the other vendors. So thereby, further we call that as trade references. Okay. So this is about credit information. Then credit investigation analysis. So analysis of the credit file. The one more important thing is we need to understand the credit file. So once we get a finance statement or bank references or trade references, so we should go through his credit file. Wherever he has taken the credit, has he met the credit on time, or how many times he has become a defaulter? So has he has got an intention, or every time he has got a habit of paying the amount late? All these things we have to assess. That we call this analysis of his credit file. So credit file of an individual we have to assess before making extending credit to a customer. We have to be very clear that the customer is credit worthy or not. Okay. So then financial analysis. So financial analysis, as you know, we know how to make the financial analysis. So by using the ratios, by using benchmarks, by using especially the liquidity. So short-term liquidity and long-term liquidity, that's the indicator. It's a basic indicator. So that gives you an idea. Do that business has got a capacity to repay the short-term obligations? If it doesn't have the ability to repay the short-term obligation, obviously we are extending credit for a period of less than a year. So then, if it doesn't have the short-term paying obligation, then there is no question of extending credit to this kind of customer. So, on the other way, we have short-term, he has ability, but long-term may not have ability. Short-term he may have ability to make the payment, but long-term, cash see, some people be enjoying their life. You knew that probably you would be scratching your pocket in life. In bank is a sala. See, when it comes deep, let's scratch my further. There are some people there. The category is ensure that life is for short term. Let me enjoy. But of course, that is short term. What happens before they expire? Something goes wrong. So their calculation goes wrong. Or when they are at the age of 30, 35, 40, what happens? The entire calculation what they have done, it may have negative impact. So immediately the bank has to repay and all those things, seize all the assets and all those things. So many things may happen. So all these things. So for this reason, so some people may have the short-term ability that we should understand from what is source of that ability. Bank will let, so for example, if you keep the money in a bank and so if you buy some assets and you show to the income tax department, fine, they'll even though you have paid the tax for that, they're happy for that, you have paid a tax. Then they'll ask one question: what is source of income? Some people assume that, so if I pay tax, okay, I'm happy. Fine, okay, you have paid tax, everything is fine, but to purchase 5 crore rupees worth of asset, from where you got the money? Again, we have to understand. So that is, so the thing is only one side. What we are saying is, so if I make the things transparent, if I go to the if I inform everything to the income tax department, so I'll be safe. That's our assumption. The back end, what's happening? Even they are asking the source of income. Somebody what they do in their wife name, his son name, daughter name, whatever it is there, they show. For example, let me not there's no personalize here. So, for example, I don't know whether to use that word or not, but still I'm using. DK Shiv Kumar, he has shown his daughter, in the name of his daughter, gross year of asset. What is like, finally, they said like, they are saying we are paying income tax, everything they are saying. Finally, there only one question, what is source of income for your daughter? And even in her mother name also the gross year money is there. So fine, you have paid tax, everything is fine. Now the question arises, what is source of income for them? The person is not even completed 20 years of age or 25 years of age. I don't know the age of that lady. So maybe roughly on 20-25, maybe maximum something. Okay, what is source of income for that person? Still that she is pursuing the education from where she got the huge gross year of money. She has lended. Even the one particular instance she has lended some amount to DK Shiv Kumar. Some gross year money, fine. He has taken money from her, but what is source for her? This is what we have to dig in the financial analysis. Okay, analysis of why finance people has paid very high risk because of this reason. Finance people, so if you are very involved yourself in the finance, if you have become good at auditing, if you have become a chartered accountant, you have been highest paid. You are the highest paid people in the entire society. Forget about doctors, forget about engineers, forget about lawyers. You will be the highest paid. Why? Just because you are having the capacity to understand. You have to capacity to diagnose. You have capacity to operate. You have got capacity to understand from where the money is coming, from where the money is going. That's the reason you have been. So I am saying, when you do MBA finance, always never think only have job is the only option for you. There's plenty of alternatives. Just to become financial advisors, you can mint the money. You can mint the money, I'm saying you. Just to understand the auditing, you can mint the money. You will not become a chartered accountant. Just to be auditor. To become an auditor, what do you require? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Basically, you should know. That I assume that everybody knows. And then what you should have? Common knowledge of finance. Not about the stuff of security analysis, portfolio management, investment management, interaction, but that also stuff is not required. The basics to basics which I am talking to you. If you have that idea, you can do. Simple, even you understand that you are, madam is talking about direct tax, indirect tax, and all those things. So, even if you have the basic knowledge of direct and indirect tax, including Chaitra madam, even I can see also my student, okay, with that liberty I am talking. So, I filed the returns of everybody in the class, which I never learned direct indirect tax in my life, which I learned everything on my own practice. I have almost included direct tax to everybody. I have filed the returns. That's only classroom discussion. Again, I am saying, okay. So I have filed. This is why I am saying all these things. Yes. So there is scope for the finance students. Never ever think that okay, going to bank and sitting for morning to evening, that's the only thing, only job what we have. We have plenty of opportunity. And being an academician, I do academics apart that I do a lot of consultancy. That amount will come to me. Even though if I don't do like small minute work, if I do, I get the consultancy amount. For you also I am saying. So that is why I am saying, why I am stressing here is because end of the day, when you come to first semester, always you look into the job. I don't say you don't go for job, you go for job. Simultaneously, just you work out on other things, other areas. So where you are interested in that. Okay, so you have, I'm saying, being a finance graduate, understand the finance, basic finance, especially the direct and indirect tax, understand it perfectly, thoroughly. It's my very hot area that though I am not teaching this subject, but my favorite areas are basically always I go with the taxation as well as investment management, where you have to do financial derivatives. These are my most lovable area. Okay, I started my career only in that, but of course, because of some other reason, wherever the faculty are, I kept on jumping from one subject to other subject. Okay, so that's another discussion. Okay, analysis of business and management. So this is again you have to go one more step, that is you have to make an analysis of business and management. So here you have to understand what kind of business they are into. before extending credit to customer. So if he is doing a seasonal kind of business, so the season will be there for just for 3 months. So next 9 months how he is going to repay? So if he is doing a business, so which is a very rare kind of thing, where every day you may not have the business, then how you are going to repay? So if you have got a business where it depends more on technology, and technology may outdate at any point of time. See, for example, Windows probably I have started helping from Windows 3, 4, 5. From that point now we are somewhere 11, 12, 13. It keeps on going. I don't know where it will end up. And processor, we just even before Pentium, I could not even recall that before the Pentium was there. Now Pentium gone, like almost 15 years back, almost 10, 15 years back it has gone. Now how many versions got changed? If you are into that business, so especially Java and Microsoft, Sun Microsoft and so this one, Microsoft and Sun Microsoft. These are two companies. Every time if the Microsoft comes with the one version, Sun Microsoft comes with the other version. And how they do know? If you take this one, you cannot take this one. Now, invariably every device has to use the Google. Wherever you go, you have to give your Gmail account. To sync everywhere you have to use the Gmail account. Now Google has created its own impression. In the same way, many people has to force to use the Android. Many where we have iOS is not there. So we are forced to go to Android. Now iOS what they are doing? They are also trying to come in almost all the area. So we have only two things here, Android and iOS. They are the two things. And other Asha, some software was there from Nokia. I don't know how many have heard about them. Anybody has heard about them? This is see how the patent situation. So it's there. Nokia has promoted its own software, but it is still they are using, but it's very hard to count how people are using that one. So for that reason, you have to understand what kind of business they are doing and what kind of management they are. Assessment of management is very important, like because what happened with Satyam Raju case, or it may be with the Vijay Mallya case. Even to the extent it happened with the people who claim themselves as the corporate governance is the highest in case of which company? When I talk about corporate governance, which company we value that, we say that, so if this company has the highest level of corporate governance, it is Infosys, which we claim, but it has got a problem. Infosys has got a problem very recently. So though the company which we talks about and which we say, so highest of corporate governance which prevails in that particular company, but even that has got some issues which we have not been transparent. Okay, that's the reason. So analyzing this one is very important. And lastly, we should understand what is the credit limit. After analyzing all these things, if you wanted to extend a credit to a customer, what should be the credit limit? Should I limit to the extent of 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, or should I give only for 10 days, 20 days, 40 days? What should be the credit limit? So that has to be decided by based on all these things. Okay, and then if the customers, and even we have to make the evaluation. If the customer has to categorize the A category, B category, C category, D category. If A category customers are the what we should. So what is the collection efforts we require for them? That is purely they are very sincere customers. They never become defaulter. For them, what kind of collection efforts we should have? B category, C category, D category. So all these categories customers, how to have control of this, how to have control. Okay, this is what we call as a collection effort. So this is the basic discussion or basic concept which we have discussed with regard to the receiver's management. Just go through this, just take on this, whatever the formulas which we are written here, just take down. Formulas which are there in the board, just note down. This direct formulas. Whether you take photos, screenshot, whatever you do it, but ultimately it should be on a book of quick one thing, some of you can come forward, you can take the clips, and afterwards you can share your groups. Okay. One of you can come forward who has got a camera high quality.